After I finished watching this movie, my initial reaction was like, hey, that's actually pretty good. I liked it. Then I went back and started watching some of the scenes just so that I can make notes and, prepare this video. And what happened is that I would go back, I would click on a scene, and then I would just end up watching another 20 minutes. Then I have to remind myself, like, okay, I'm trying to take notes. So I'll fast forward and again start watching a scene and end up watching another 20 minutes. I just couldn't stop. It was just that engaging. And the more I sit down and think about this movie and revisit it in my head, it just keeps getting better and better. These movies have a very clear formula. And even though it is a formula, it is approached every time in a way that it never feels repetitive, just familiar in a good way. Here you also have Josh Brolin playing the character who is the person of interest in power, ends up dying, and the suspect here is played by Josh O'Connor, and you have again your new surrounding cast of dipshits who might or might not have also done it. Who knows who's the killer? That's the fun part. And the best thing about this movie, I would say, is that it doesn't have like a massive big twist reveal at the end. I mean, of course, it's a murder mystery, so there is at the end, we get a reveal like who did it, how it happened, what was the purpose behind it, and all that stuff. But that is not the only reward you get at the end. I think from 30 or 40-minute mark into the movie, there is something interesting happening every 5 to 10 minutes. Like you get, oh, that was a nice little twist. Oh, I didn't see that turn coming. Oh, so that's how it's going. Oh, that is now it's not going anymore. It consistently keeps you engaged with something interesting happening. I think this movie can feel loaded initially because there is just so much here. So it can feel a bit overwhelming, but it is worth sitting with it and trying to figure it out. Like if you finish the movie and then you're like, okay, I need to rewatch some of the parts, you go back and you revisit, you get immediately rewarded. Like the more time and attention you put into this movie, the more movie rewards you. And I think that is the best kind of experience for a mystery movie. Not to mention that even though it is complicated, it gives you enough bits and pieces that you can also try to figure it out yourself. Like when you're watching the movie, like, oh, I'm also Benoit Blanc. Like I'm gonna figure out like before even they do it. It gives you enough material. And on top of that, you have so many solid performances. Daniel Craig, as always, shines. Josh O'Connor, Josh Brolin, Glenn Close. All of these people are just killing it. Like any character you pick, there isn't a single bad performance. I think if I'm being nitpicky, there are a couple of scenes with Josh O'Connor where it broke my immersion. It wasn't bad or anything, just compared to how amazing rest of the performances were, some of average performances start sticking out. It's just the problem of comparison. And all of these characters are written with so much attention to detail. And as I said, like when you rewatch, you start noticing different nuances in their behavior, and it's just one reward after another. Also, Daniel Craig's character, I think the first two movies, there wasn't much of it, but in this movie, his character has a lot of things that he learns, grows, even changes slightly as a person by the end. So his character, being an atheist, consistently dealing with religious people throughout the movie, creates enough contrast and gives enough opportunity for these characters to learn from each other or learn more about themselves or about their belief. This movie does such a good job of discussing the topic of religion without being snarky about it. It is not like religion is purely evil or religion is perfect. Each side gets their opportunity to explain stuff. It also discusses the flaws of human nature, how people take advantage of religion to fulfill their own desires, the rampant sexism problem in the context of religion, this desire to judge other people so that we can feel better about ourselves, taking advantage of vulnerability of others in the name of religion rather than actually helping them. And the best part is that despite dealing with such heavy themes, the movie never feels overwhelming. It always remembers that, hey, at the end of the day, it's a murder mystery whodunit type of movie where religion happens to be the central theme. It uses this plot to explore the ideas, not the other way around. And I absolutely loved how this movie reveals to audience what happened at the end, right? Like the final punch, the fireworks, like who did it, how it happened. Of course, technically that is satisfying in itself, but the way we as an audience learn about it, and not only that, but as the information is being revealed, like, who is the killer, how it happened, the characters themselves are also going through emotional changes and journey. In a way, it elevates this movie from just being another murder mystery. The movie has a heart, the characters are going through a journey, they matter a lot. Now, even though I'm glazing this movie so hard, that doesn't mean it's perfect. I mean, there are some minor issues I have with it, one being the visuals. So it never looks bad, like the movie looks great through and through. But the way it is presented, sometimes it can just look like a TV show, very well shot TV show, but still a TV stuff. Which is a problem I never had with the first two movies. I know at the end it is all just direct to Netflix stuff, but still, the first two movies stood their ground as like a full movie presentation. This at times felt more like a TV show. And as I said, because there are so many heavy themes, so many twists and turns, so many characters, it might be a bit too overwhelming for some people, and not everyone is interested in going back and watching the movie second time. So some people might feel more lost and less satisfied by the end of this movie, which I completely get it. Also, there were two side characters that I didn't like that much. So one is this influencer type character, which I understand the purpose of it, but I'm just tired of every movie having this influencer character who is like obsessed with social media and whatnot, and they happen to be this idiotic, angry, whatever type of personality. I wish the movies would start having more nuanced and interesting influencer characters who are smart, who knows what they're doing. And there is also another character which had no impact on the plot whatsoever. I believe if you remove that character, it changes nothing into the movie. It was mostly there for some comedic scenes or the padding stuff, which I didn't like, especially considering just how meticulously put together the rest of the movie is. And finally, my least favorite thing in this movie is that it actually cheats with editing and cheats with audience in one particular moment. It happens only once, but it happens, where they show you a scene, but when flashback happens, they change the scene, and in a way, they literally lie to audience in effort to create more mystery, which felt very cheap. Especially, as I said, like considering how well put together the rest of the movie is. So at the end, I had amazing time watching this movie. Great mystery, great characters, amazing way in how they reveal the mystery. And because of this, I give Wake Up Dead Man 4 out of 5. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time. Till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with fiction.